Right.
You need a vacation.
So based on what you told me, can I give you my opinion? And it's my opinion.
Yeah, you can. Of course.
I like to go.
Because it might give me a different outlook or a different avenue. Like, yeah, maybe.
I like to identify patterns. And did you notice that she was way more passionate about the first business?
Yeah. Business. Oh, my credit business?
Your credit business of helping people.
I love to help people.
Versus real estate versus the travel.
Yeah.
Because I don't know a lot about real estate that I need to know about. So once I get to that level, then it's definitely going to be like I'm going to be more confident about it. So I'm not as confident about real estate than I am about credit because I don't know as much as I do, or I don't like it's a need, but I don't know how I can use it to, like I only know a little bit of stuff here and there.
So I should not do this, but I think you should drop real estate. Drop it. I think.
Okay.
Why? Because you're passionate about the credit stuff. Mm-hmm. Because you're helping people. You have that's your intention, helping people. And your travel business is spending time with family. And I'm just relating what I want with what you're saying. Mm-hmm. 'Cause I want that too. I want to spend a lot of time with my family, and I want to just focus on one thing, which in this case it should be the financial literacy to teach people. Because I think based on how you told me, it's not what you told me, it's how you told me. I think that's your passion, the first one. And then your travel, it just helps you be with your family. But if I had to advise you, and I should not be giving advice without you asking, but if I had to advise you, like which one should I drop? Keep the credit stuff, the financial literacy, and drop the other two. But I mean, you can do whatever you want. I'm just giving you my opinion. Here's why. I'm gonna tell you why. At a point I had like 5 or 6 businesses.
Oof, that's a lot.
Tell me which one was at that time. Tell me which one was the most successful one.
Not the real estate.
Neither.
None.
All of them were average or less or below average. I was having issues with all of them. Once I understood what what was happening, I was like, all right, I'm gonna stick to real estate. No, not real estate. I'm gonna grow as soon as I drop the other 4, and I stuck with detailing for like a year. Nothing else but detailing. That thing like grew like probably 10 times in 1 year. I only dedicated detailing 1 year. That thing grew, right? And I set up the processes and everything. So now, if I wanted to, I can live out of the detailing business. But now, like, all right, that's set. I'm good with that. Like, it's running automatically. I just have to dedicate a little bit of time on that here and there, just payroll, stuff like that. Now I have the time to focus in real estate. Mm-hmm. Because I think you're not the only one. Everybody has an itch to get into real estate, right? I had an itch about stocks.
Oh,
and I told him,
and he told me like,
not do that if you're not gonna commit yourself.
Yeah,
and fully.
Literally.
And I wasn't. I didn't have the time to commit fully, so I went with his advice. I said like, okay, I know what you're saying, so I'm just gonna drop it.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you.
So
maybe like
I'll give you a solution.
No, I know.
I'll give you a solution for you what you want to do. The only way that I could see people getting into different things at the same time, and I wouldn't recommend more than 2. To be honest with you, is by having partners. Mm-hmm. But they have to be
great partners.
Yeah, they have to be. Yeah,
they have to align with your values and your morals and all that stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So if you get partners for the different things you want to do, like great. And there's something else like that you kind of have to look into, right? So let's say the traveling one. So you do it as kind of a passion, right? You like traveling. I'm not sure how many hours you have to dedicate for traveling stuff. And I'm just going to use that one. I'm not even going to touch credit because I'm not sure how the process works. So let's say you spend, 10 hours a week in the traveling to just keep it up with it, to get a client here and there. It's not going to generate a lot of money, but it's maintaining itself, and then you could travel with your family, right? How many times a year do you travel with your family?
I haven't traveled in a minute.
Okay.
But we used to travel like, I'm going to say 4 or 5 times a month.
That's nice.
Yeah, we was going to
That's great.
Cali, we was going everywhere.
What is that?
I was using the travel business like it ain't nothing.
So So for example, were you traveling and making money at the same time back then?
Yeah, because you get commissions off your own travel.
Okay.
And then, you're posting pictures and people are like, hey, where you at? Da, da, da. And then you build business relationships with the hotels and stuff. So then you get more free stays or,
So, and here it goes, because you could probably apply it to travel too. I just look at this, right? Okay, so I'm doing A, B, and C. Okay. Out of A, B, and C, which one pays me more for the amount of time I'm putting into it? Right. So let's say I have, I don't know, let's say traveling, right? Let's say I'm putting in 10 hours per week, but it's not generating anything right now. And it's not really doing much for you right now. Right. Why don't you switch up those 10 hours that you're putting in there and dedicate it to like either credit or real estate? Those 10 hours in real estate or credit, depending on which client you get, it could be like a really big payout. Yeah, and yes, you might lose the benefits for now, but you still have the knowledge. You could just put it to the side for now while you get like the two other ones running. The other two are gonna generate a lot of money, and at some point you'll be like, okay, you know what? Like real estate is running smooth. Now I'm gonna jump back into doing this again. Right. But it's a lot easier to work with money once you have something running and generating like 5K, 6K, 7K automatically in your bank account than trying to like pull away like 3 businesses at the same time from zero.
It's very hard. And I completely agree with you guys because I need to focus on one thing or a couple of things and then get that going in. So yes, I have stepped away from the travel business a lot. I seen that it was doing good, but then just stepping back.
What was the shift? What happened?
When you're an independent travel agent, you're on your own. So you just have a host agency that you have all your license and everything, just in case anything happens. And then you have your company that you function out of. But then I'm my own business because, I represent my own self. So
do you think you did really well because people were coming out of like COVID and they were like just willing to travel a lot back then, or what was
during COVID? It was a lot of travel. And of course for the holiday season and stuff, Christmas, New Year's, Thanksgiving, stuff like that, the holiday season picks up. But it does take time, like any business. But just having the clients is where the struggle's always at, finding those people, promoting yourself, posting, doing all that stuff. So it is definitely a smart thing to kind of step away. So that's the reason why I am thankful for you guys, because it's like it gave me a chance to not fully be stressed about being in real estate, but be in real estate. You get what I'm saying? Because I'm not on the front line as I was before. I'm kind of like in the back, but in the business still. And I'm not like trying to hustle, cold calling all that time. But it's more of a benefit for me to be in the business and learning the business as opposed to just learning by myself and doing like wholesaling or cold calling and all that. So this was definitely a change in a better direction so that I can, learn real estate without learning real estate, if that makes any sense, like being by myself. So it's an advantage for me to work with you guys because it gave me a different outlook on like, this is what I wanted, this is what I prayed for. This is what I had been waiting for, to have that extra boost, to have, more confidence, but not actually be on the front line, but still, have an advantage of kind of work in both ways. And then, I will gradually learn more and more, but then also, like you said, like work the credit stuff somehow, but just understanding, one thing first. So I do agree with you.
Yeah.
I do.
It was an unsolicited advice, but I just want to throw it out there because I went through that as well.
Yeah.
So just want to let you know, like, it's probably not going to work unless you're like superhuman and you have a limited time and then you have, I know you have kids, like they're a handful. I have one nephew and he's a handful already.
Oh yeah.
As soon as I get home, I'm tired. I just don't want to do anything. I just want to eat and relax. hey, can we go on the bikes?
Mm-hmm.
Can we go play with
just
this
like,
remote cars outside? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, so this
shoot.
it's hard. It's definitely
Yeah.
hard doing both.
And you can't say no to them. So
No. Well, I can. I do. Nope. But you know how
yeah,
my kids are older, so, but they're still a
Yeah.
handful. But it's still just like, I have to make sure that I'm cash flowing, doing that stuff, and then focusing on them at the same time, but then spending time with them. So yeah,
yeah,
I definitely think that if it's not flowing like you want to, if it's not bringing you anything in right now, then to just step away, because I don't have time to like hustle. I do, but I don't. You know what I mean? That,
Yeah, I
that
get
a
you.
different kind of hustle. Like I don't have time to spend 12 hours on the computer and do like a whole bunch of stuff that it's a maybe if, you know.
Yeah.
So I'd rather invest my time in something that is going to be like a great benefit. Like anybody can learn how to be a traveler. Anybody can learn to click and book anybody's travel. You know, it's easy. My main takeaway is just build a foundation with one business first. Make sure that foundation is secure as much as possible, and make sure that it's flowing in the right direction before you take on another project, because it definitely can be hard, risky, and exhausting.
Mm-hmm.
Then how can you find me? Slide in my DM and all. I'm on Instagram with Prosper with J, and that's it.
how do you spell that?
Prosper.
PROSPER.
Yeah. PRO. Prosper. PROS.
How do you spell J?
Find me.
J-
JAE.
JAE.
Yes, JAE. And then that's it. I'm not giving my phone number.
Why not J?
702-400-4313.
There it is.
All right.
How about you?
What's your main takeaway?
My main takeaway is setting boundaries. There's something you mentioned I put in my notes already. I mean, I just wrote it like this: if it doesn't fit your long-term goal, push it away. Yeah. So, I mean, doesn't mean I'm just gonna ignore everyone, but it's not. If it doesn't align with my long-term goal, I just don't want to spend any time on it.
Got it. Sounds good.
I like that. That's big. Yeah. Oh, and the stuff about dumbing it down like completely.
Yeah. You have to do that.
Yeah.
So how do we find you?
Oh, okay. The way you can find me is on Instagram, the Christian Larco, and I'm probably gonna put it somewhere around here, probably down here. Yeah, you guys can find me there. I don't post a lot, but we're gonna have to start doing that because we know the power of social media. It's big, and yeah, that's something else that you guys got to do.
Yeah,
Jay,
I forgot. We
100%.
Yes, I'll post.
Perfect.
Don't just say it. Do it.
I will post.
Take your phone out right now and say, "Hey, do a
I
podcast."
will post.
She'll post
I'll
right now.
post next year. 2 more days.
Starting from 2024.
So
I got 2 days to post.
Take a video right now. You can post it whenever you want.
I'm gonna take a
Just
video of it and I'm gonna send you to.
I forgot to set up my camera too. I was gonna put like behind the scenes stuff.
Back off.
So just to finish this, my main takeaway is just reminding myself of setting up processes and dumbing it down. Sometimes I forget that because I want to be quick and efficient about it, but I forget that training somebody is hard, and I don't want to keep doing it the same way. So this a lot of times.
Have grace.
Yeah. No, I know. Trust me, I'm an idiot. I don't learn quick. If you know how people when they tell you, I'm a quick learner. Like I am not a quick learner. Like you gotta be patient with me. No, it's GIO.Garcia GARCIA.realtor. I might change that.
You should change that.
That's my Instagram. So hit me up there.
Sounds good.
All right.
And that's a wrap. Man.
You guys
All right. Thank you for coming, Jay.